a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago they're tight. Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the New York Giants. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now Jones. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Kwity Paye drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Titan football. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Play action. It's Darnold. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing, Jones. Ingram, 14 yards, but they're still worst as that leads to 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. This will be taken at the 10. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big play that time for the Titans. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but we think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Faking the give, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Henry again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. 2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. He let one slip away last week as well, so that 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks. Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week? Being a 2-hand monster. And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Darnold. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up. Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing again, Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down? Jones, off play action. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A first down carry for Henry. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Titans. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone and all.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. That time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense. That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. On second down now, Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's Jones from the gun on third down. Escaping the pressure right. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And now off to the races down the right side. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now Jones, a final shot before break. Throwing deep for Golladay.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to get him for a loss of about 3. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated. This week, but with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Jones.
He's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And this one is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into over a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kwity Paye able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
Kwity Paye
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Off play action. Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Henry again on second down.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff to Henry. First down and much more for Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 41 yards.
And the Titans look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Jones on first down. Forced out to his left.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
It got his man complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for the Giants. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. On second down, it's Reese, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. They'll keep it on the ground. Rees. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. Being chased out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.